Hey guys, it's Annette. This is going to be a chill discussion, sit down video. I'm going to throw some makeup on. I have some stuff to do. We're going to discuss cancel culture, Karens, Kevins, Gen Z. Oh my. My theory is I think Gen Z is so offended because they were raised by Karens who are victim narcissists that are always so offended. So if you have a lot of insecurities and you get offended, a lot of triggers, this might not be the video for you because I am going to be discussing basically the mental health of Americans today. If you're into mental health and spirituality, then keep on watching. Hi guys, this is for entertainment purposes only.
Everything's alleged. I'm not a health professional. I'm not a makeup professional. If you're easily triggered by insecurities, don't watch. We're going to be talking about triggers and mental health.
I just got out of the shower because I just went for a run. For anyone that knows, I started running for my New Year's resolution and I quit drinking Dr. Pepper, but I'm keeping up with the jogging for my health and arthritis and being old. I don't make videos of like me putting on makeup ever because I'm just not that. But I'm going to put on my makeup because I have somewhere to go later. So I might as well I wanted to do like a podcast rant kind of thing. All right, so I've had this video idea for a while where I want to do a card reading for my New Earth volunteers. And we're a group of people who everything is about vibrations. And we call us conspiracy theorists or whatever. We want everyone to work on themselves, raise their vibrations, because if everyone just loves each other, kumbaya kind of shit, it'll also raise the Earth's vibration and we'll all ascend. It's really hard for me to get in the headspace to do this tarot card video. There's so much going on in the world right now that I do, but I just feel like with cancel culture running rapid, I want to talk about Karens, Kevins, Gen Z, just this whole ideal of being offended by everything and being a victim role. I'm a March Pisces and my personality type is INFJT, so I love self-help. I love psyche. I love getting into the brain. I'm 41. I was born in 80, so I've always liked reading self-help books, not fiction. I was that little girl reading Chicken Soup for the Teenage Soul, all those soup books. So I just like listening now because I don't really like reading too much, but I listen to audios of self-help books, and if you hear the AC, I'm sorry. Like on my walk right now, I was listening to a spiritual speaker, Abraham Hicks, do a lecture. I like doing that. So I'm just really into mental health. I'm also going to do my makeup at the same time. Like I said, I'm not going to show you my products just because I don't care about makeup. This is cheap old lady face lotion. So we can basically see through people's bullshit, and most adults can. I have to go wet my beauty blender, or my fake beauty blender. So you can see with social media, there's a lot of cancel culture. There's a lot of people being offended. I've already got rid of my Twitter and Facebook. I only had Twitter for like a couple weeks. I couldn't handle that toxic place. I'm basically all the time on TikTok, and you'll find me on YouTube and TikTok. But cancel culture and people being offended run rapid there as well. It's affecting my life and my mood because just everything is vibration. I found meditation over 5 years ago when I had a surgery. After the surgery, I went through a Great Depression, the Great Depression. Anesthesia could give you depression, but there's a lot of other stuff where I found myself playing victim. And that is a horrible place to be mentally, but you work through it. Like, you're allowed to feel it. That's when I found meditation. You learn from it. There's this really famous quote I like, and I wrote it down. Everything is happening for you, not to you. People, situations, pandemics, etc. are all instruments for your evolution. Focus on the lesson and the gifts. Yes, you can dwell in the feelings of what happened to you, but then it's your responsibility to work through it and see what you learned, and it was supposed to happen. Yeah, you can sit in those feelings for a couple months. Maybe it takes you a year to get out of this funk, to work with a therapist and meditation and exercise or whatever you need to do to get out of that victim role. But you don't stay in it for 5, 15, 20 years. That is not working on yourself. then when you think of that person or that situation, you're still the victim. You didn't learn anything. You are holding all this guilt and jealousy and horrible, like, lower frequencies, like, in you, if you're not gonna work through your freaking triggers and what happened to you. I feel like I put too much foundation on. It's really yellow. My skin is like yellow, gray, green color, and they don't carry that in foundation. So there's a name for these type of people that have all these triggers, that are insecure, that don't work on themselves. And their names are Karens and Kevins. So right now, I don't want to single out any gender, but I am. Statistically, most of the Karens and people that are offended right now are middle-aged women, but there are some Kevins out there. I see you. And then Gen Z is also thrown into the mix of being offended by a lot of stuff. And a lot of stuff they don't even understand, because they haven't been paying taxes enough to understand how it was before and now. They haven't been paying gas. But it all clicked to me. Gen Z is a predecessor of their parents, the Karens and Kevins. So a Karen is someone who is always playing the victim role. They're extremely insecure. A narcissist. The boy who screams wolf screams the loudest. They're very emotional. They like being loud, so you can't combat them. But it doesn't even stop there. If someone's in the victim role, there's no communication after that point. So if there's anybody in the comments that start speaking with as a victim, there's no speaking to you. That's how they think they win. But other people are like, oh, they're broken. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a Karen when it comes to, like, if a company does me dirty, or a restaurant or something like that. No, like, I'll speak to your manager. I'll speak to freaking the CEO. All right, so did I already go over their tendencies? They're narcissist, insecure. It's just really just blaming, victim role. Meditation helps get rid of all these low vibrations, like guilt, jealousy, resentment, blame. Blame is why they are a victim. It's all blame. They never did anything wrong. They didn't learn from the situation. They're the victim. I've never seen a fit, attractive Karen, because they're secure and they found self-love. Most Karens aren't happy with their body type or how they look. They're usually overweight. So now that people are offended by everything, our culture, we have this new body positivity standard. And if you are oversized and you are happy with yourself in your body, good for you. That is great. I'm in love with, not in love, but I'm a big fan of Trisha Paytas. I'm in my 40s, so I don't believe everything her beliefs, and like, I'm old enough to know the difference between all that crap. I don't idolize her, but I think she's gorgeous. I think she's beautiful, and she talks about her insecurities all the time about her body dysmorphia, and I hate seeing her struggle because she's just drop dead gorgeous. But I understand, it's to be healthy, you're fit. Now that I've been taking up jogging and exercising for my health, I get really excited when I see, like, my body, like, getting better and toner. But now on social media, let's say if there is a woman or man that is trying to show off, like, they have a fitness Instagram or they have a fitness whatever, and they show themselves in a swimsuit or workout gear, a lot of it gets taken down and banned because apparently that is promoting, like, sex and all this stuff. But it's allowed to keep up the bigger people because we want kids nowadays to see that being overweight is body positivity and healthy. Like, everything is ass backwards right now. Like, common sense has gone out the window. Comedy's dead, sarcasm is dead because everyone's offended. I think most of the body positivity thing is those overweight people want everyone else to be positive about how they look. We don't give a fuck what you look like. Like, we care what we look like. Do you, girl? The whole point is for you to find self-love with that body. We're fine in our meat bodies, having a good day on a high vibration over here. I follow this one girl on TikTok and she's so drop dead gorgeous. You can tell with her confidence that like she does love herself, and it just makes her so much more, she's so gorgeous. So you don't have to be like a skinny mini to have confidence. You just have to do the work. Most Karens and Kevins hate the same sex. They get very jealous. They find a lot of people intimidating. It's so weird. So normally any adult, when a Kevin or Karen goes off, they know what they're doing. So like you can't talk to a victim. So they're like, you just stay quiet. You can't say anything. You're like, okay, have a good day. But children can't see these insecurities as easy. So when we have a Karen or a Kevin who's a parent and they learn this behavior of always playing the victim and being insecure and always being outraged, just being offended by everything you hear and disagreeing. And I'm not saying all millennials act like Karens, and I'm not saying that all Gen Z are offended by everything. There are a lot of, I'm not grouping everyone together, because there are some Gen Z kids out there that are so smart and they do something with this technology we have now, and they're very kind and they have a lot of self-respect, and it's amazing. But the kids that don't, the kids that are offended by everything, like they don't have anything to be insecure about. They're still beautiful. Their meat bodies are still in tip-top shape. They haven't ruined it with kids and alcohol and drugs and smoking and food. But these are all learned behaviors that they have learned from their parents. And now we're making laws and rules catering to these people that are upset by everything. Facts do not care about feelings. And that's why we live in tipsy-turvy land. Not saying it's easy to be a young person nowadays. Like, all I had to like focus on when it came to my looks is a mirror in the 80s. And my family had a nickname for me called, I was fea, which means ugly in Spanish. How you like me now? But kids today, they were brought in the world with technology. They had filters. They have to meet people without filters now. They see all these fake pictures and stuff. So they've had a complex since birth. So how I see it is we have these like Gen X, millennial Karens who then taught the next generation of Karens and Kevins. You don't need anyone to accept you. You need to accept yourself. I know everybody has a Karen like at work, in your family, in your friend group. So for those who knows what I'm talking about, it's a lot, and it's not good vibes to be around. Like, frequencies attract each other. So a high frequency isn't going to relate with a low frequency, but if they're around each other enough, the low frequency will probably bring this person down, and you don't need that. Like, if you are friends with a Karen at work or something, or like in your friend group, they keep around people that they find less intimidating. So they probably think, if you're younger, they probably think you're dumber than them. They probably think you're larger than them. There's something about you that they keep you around. So you could go to bat for them. They always have to have someone protect them. But if you protect a Karen, if you protect someone in a victim role, you're going to be protecting them forever. It's their job to work through their insecurities and triggers. Now, there is a huge difference between an activist and like a Karen. Some people do have meanings why they stand up for stuff. Like, I am very political. I am an activist, and I stand for what I believe in. One thing that saddens me the most is when I see Gen Z trying to get offended over everything to get attention. And that's not how you make friends. What happened to being like fun to be around and interesting and silly and having good vibes so people could like you? Like, just be an interesting person. You don't have to be an asshole. Like, those are the people you stay away from. You stay away from victims. You stay away from insecure people because they're just going to drag you down. You shouldn't have to dim your light for everybody. And I feel like Karens want everyone to dim their light because they hate themselves. I'm not gonna lie, I felt like a victim this week because I didn't have my car. And I was like, I don't have a car. But you know, I worked through that shit. I meditated, I worked out. I put too much blush on. I don't remember if I finished this thought about the pandemic, But the pandemic, like, just made it so much worse for everybody. And, okay, so there was, like, we all know that the whole mask thing, it wasn't even about the freaking virus. I feel like it was just about a political stance, and it was just for Karens to thrive. There were the Karens that wanted everyone to wear a mask correctly and all their victim reasons on their medical, on why they felt, and they loved it. I worked with this one lady. So whatever her name is a better name for Karens. I just wish I could say it. She was one that would get so, she liked the pandemic because she liked feeling like a victim, and like, oh, she would be mad at anyone we worked with who freaking wasn't wearing the mask properly. And then there's the other people that didn't want to wear a mask and their medical reasons why, and how they were a victim. Like, they loved it. And please don't take this as woman bashing, because I just keep saying Karen, but I also mean Kevin, just this type of person who is a narcissist and insecure. Like, there's so much going on. Look at Israel and Palestine and the whole thing with Bill Gates in India and Russia and the audit in Maricopa, the crisis at the border and the human trafficking. It was written into our stimulus check that we're supposed to know about aliens by June 1st. And we're over here like being insecure and fighting with each other. Like, there's shit happening, man. I'm sure if you're subscribed to me, you're part of the hippity dippity good vibe club. So I'm sure you get extremely frustrated with the victim role people right now. And it is really messing with the vibes we need on this planet right now. If you have like a Karen in your life, to like help them and tell them, you know, maybe you should go to therapy or counseling, or maybe you should start exercising and meditating. No, see how that plays. A Karen will go off if you tell them to work out or meditate or get help. They already build up their defenses on how they're the victim, and that works for them. You can't help someone that doesn't want to help themselves. So the best thing is just to stay away from toxic energy. When your vibration is on a higher level, not around toxic people, good things go in your favor. When you're lower, then freaking your life's not going to go right. Just protect your aura, your frequency. Keep people around that are on the same level you are. Maybe you can buy them You Are a Badass, the book, for like Christmas or their birthday or something. Not all the time Karens and Kevins are loud. Sometimes they're very quiet narcissists that are like, poor me, oh, and they need to be consoled all the time. That's another energy to stay away from. My light worker friends will probably get this, but it's hard for me because I see so much potential in everybody. I just want them to do better. I guess that's kind of judgy, but I'll admit to it. It's judgy. I see potential in a lot of people. I usually do my lipstick last, but like I was looking like weird. I'm going to see if I can put on my eyeliner while looking into the monitor. It might be hard, so if it turns out really crazy, I'm sorry. And I have like really loud neighbors. They have like 10 kids in a 2-bedroom. Let's see. I think that's okay. Let's do the other one the same. Oh, guys, I messed up. Okay, they're really big. I'm gonna lie, putting on makeup on camera is super hard. All right, I'm gonna try to put on my mascara while looking at the camera, sorta. Well, at least so the volume's there. But I forgot to mention why I wanted to make this video. I saw a tweet. I look up tweets. I'm not on Twitter, but like I'll find it out like on YouTube or whatever. But his name is Donald Glover, made a tweet the other day. The tweet was something along the lines of, I see people complaining about how TV, movies and stuff are super generic now and not entertaining. And he said it's because nobody wants to get canceled because everyone's triggered by everything. And it was a great point. Like, I made this channel for talking about spirituality, tarot, political stuff. It just turned in more into like a DIY vlog channel. But I'm interested in directing and filmmaking and editing. So like I love watching the videos of people react to like movies or talk about like what movies, or just, you know, reviewing a movie. And I like watching the ones where they do commentary on bad movies. So like if I'm not watching a really good movie, like I'm not talking about like Marvel, DC, or like Star Wars. That's like trash to me. But if I can't find a really good directed and written movie to watch, then I like to watch really bad movies, like on Netflix, like any like that Kissing Booth movie. There's like 3 of them or 2 of them now. Like really bad writing and acting. Anything Vanessa Hudgens, and like her Christmas ones, those are good to watch just because I love like getting stoned and totally ripping it apart. Like they put in really like cringy, obvious foreshadowing and horrible writing. But like I thought about what Donald Glover said, that yeah, like everyone is so afraid to get canceled. It's just that our well, obviously Hollywood just has gone down the drain, as it should. Is it dried? Sorry about this rant. We have it's a good time right now, and I'm gonna make a tarot video soon talking about the energies. It's just when I get excited about evolution, then I just like get on social media and it feels like it's just like so many steps back. My favorite topics are mental health and vibrations and politics and spirituality, so I might make more of these mental health videos or rants or podcast type thingies. I'm probably not going to do my hair. I'm just going to do some running around. Self-love is very important. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you the next time.
Stop it. Get some help.